Hello everyone, how are you? So we had some technical difficulties. Oh, hang on 2 seconds. I'm just gonna try now to see. I was just going back and forth with Roz because for some reason it wasn't letting me go live on the Redesign with Prima page for some weird reason. But anyway, moving on, we have some fun things today to do. I am going to show you how to use the waxes on paint and how it can change the look of a piece completely. It's really amazing without using metallic paints or what have you. Okay, so as you can see behind me, hi Roz, thanks for bearing with me. I have a headboard and I painted it all black with caviar Dixie Belle paint, and so far what I've added is red and purple waxes, and they're the Art Alchemy waxes. Now Redesign also has decor waxes, which are pretty much the same. However, the Art Alchemy waxes are more brilliant in their coloring. There's pinks and blues and opals and reds and greens, and I'll just show you. So there's the red, and here's a green. Oh, there's a green. So they're really highly pigmented, and I put a link in my description, and here's, what is this? This is Opal Magic. And they go for like under $7 on the scrapbook.com site, and like I said, I put the link in my description. And here's, what is this one? Brushed iron. And so that's brushed iron. This is Shiny Star from Redesign. So these guys are pretty similar, okay? But like I said, like the decor waxes are more like metallic, like silvers, golds, bronzes, coppers, that kind of stuff, whereas the Art Alchemy has more like this, I said, the colors and whatnot. Although, you know, they do have, this is vintage gold, and I'll be using that on this piece as well. So without further ado, I'm going to finish off this guy right here. I've got all the purple done, and I'm going to add the red. I'm just going to close these lids. Oh, I was going to also say that on that link you'll see some tubes of wax, and they're repackaging, and they're using the tubes to preserve the waxes a little bit more, rather than the screw top little cans. They just come in a small tube, same amount. What is this? I don't even, does it say what the size is as far as the ounces or whatever? It doesn't, I don't see it. But anyway, it's the same amount of wax in these tubes. But the good thing is that you can screw top them, and they're not exposed to as much air. All right, I'm gonna just turn this here. So as you can see, I've got the red here and the purples, and I'm gonna add the red here, just to mimic this over here. So this is Fire Ruby. And hi guys, please comment and tell us where you're watching from, and if you've used waxes before. Waxes are such an amazing way to transform a paint job. And I know that Kristana did a live a couple weeks ago using waxes to transform hardware, and I used, what did I use on this one? I think I used brushed iron. No. Anyways, I used, this was like a bronzy metal, and I used some kind of brushed iron or something metallic on it. I put the container away, so I'm not quite sure exactly what color it is. But anyways, this is it's a topper to here, right there. So it'll go on top there and back here. Oh, right there. Oh, that was a good stretch. Okay, so let's get started. So you can use your finger or a brush, and there are wax brushes that you can use if you're using, like doing like a larger area. I'm using a paintbrush with some firm bristles to do these areas because they're smaller, and I need it to be a little bit more precise. And so I'm just going to go ahead, and I also have a paper towel beside me so that if I get too much on my brush, I can simply just wipe it back, and then I don't have like a clump on here. So let's get you in closer here. So you can already see that change, okay? And you can blend these, and I will be blending the purple and the red. See how brilliant that is? I did a Bombay dresser recently, and I used the caviar black and the purple wax, and I did straight, oh god, it's amazing. I get so many comments and messages, positive feedback on that piece. I just wish it would sell. Yeah, so you can use this on any color paint, but I wanted to show you what it looks like on black, you know, because sometimes people don't know what to, you know, if they want to do something a little bit extra on black, they're not quite sure what to do. And so this is just an idea that you can incorporate. And if you're not sure, you know, you can always, you know, paint something small. Go to Goodwill or whatever and buy like a wooden box or a wooden whatever, paint it black, and then just play around with the waxes and see what different color waxes will do for a piece. It's really something. So, making sure you guys can see. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I know Roz is here, so if I don't see them, you know, Roz can answer any questions. Or if you're watching the replay, I go back and check my comments and whatnot and answer questions that I didn't get answered on the live. So, but yeah, you can totally highlight all this scroll work or any kind of details that are on your furniture pieces, etc. And it's not only, like, these waxes aren't only used on furniture, they're used on art projects, mixed media stuff. And, you know, I mean, some of these artists that use these waxes on their mixed media pieces, like art journals and stuff like that, are super crazy talented, and I'm always inspired by how they utilize waxes into their artwork. So you can have it as opaque or translucent as you want. Opaque being very solid. So this is more opaque than this guy over here. But I do like it thicker. So, and you know, so you can really see the red. But I'm loving how these waxes transform this black paint. you know, it's not just boring black paint. And I did gator hide the black before I started putting wax on it. And, you know, if you don't do that, it's no big. Like, it's not gonna wreck your piece. Although if it just won't wipe, like if you make a mistake or whatever, it just won't wipe back as easily. But you will be able to get it off somewhat, and just repaint the area that you messed up with, you know, with whatever color you've got going on. So, and if you get, I didn't bring any up with me from my studio, but if you get wax in an area where you didn't want it, you can use baby wipes to wipe it back, and it wipes back quite nicely. Or you can use, I wish I would have brought it up with me, turpenoid. And turpenoid is, it's not turpentine, but it's a liquid that you can use to wipe back waxes and stuff like that. And it works a lot better for, you know, for wiping stuff back on, say, like lighter painted pieces, like say your grays and your taupes, etc. If you get wax, like black wax or whatever, in an area that you didn't want it, I always go back with my turpenoid and wipe it back, and it seems to remove the wax quite nicely and seamlessly. So, whereas with the baby wipes, it works. However, if you have wood grainy or like grainy pieces and you get wax in the grooves, a little bit harder to remove. Turpenoid, you know, if you put it on some, like on a towel, or even if you use Q-tips, it gets in there nicely, and it removes the unwanted wax as well. So just a little tip for you. So I'm so glad that this live worked, because I was so excited about this segment, you know, using these waxes to transform pieces and whatnot, because I think waxes get overlooked a lot and aren't as appreciated for some reason. So rather than blending with paint, you can blend it with waxes and get some really cool effects. Because a lot of people have asked on that dresser that I was telling you about, and maybe towards the end of this live I'll bring you into my home and show you that dresser, show you what I'm talking about. A lot of people have asked me what color, what paint is that purple, and it's just wax, and it's just less than $7 and you can transform a piece, and people will like ask you all day long about what it is. And that is definitely the case with that dresser. And like I said earlier, you can use your finger, you can use a stencil brush, you can use a paintbrush with some nice stiff bristles. You don't want to use a soft paintbrush because it won't hold up and it won't spread the wax as nicely. So, and then after this is completed, I don't need to top coat this. The waxes will stay as is and it'll harden. And, you know, so it won't be wiped off, but you do not have to top coat waxes. If anything, you top coat under the wax to protect your paint if, you know, a mishap may occur. There's nothing to say that you can't top coat over the waxes, but generally speaking, you don't need to in order to protect it. So I'm gonna, got my purple, and I'm gonna wipe my brush off as much as I can of the red, just using the same brush. I don't care that there's some red on here still. But I'm gonna get some purple on my brush and kind of blend this in a little bit. Blend the purple into the red so it's more of a seamless transition. So you can still see the red underneath the purple, but I'm just, and it kind of makes it more of like a coppery finish, you know, with the purple and red undertones, and it looks really, really cool. I used it on that dresser like I was saying, and I like it a lot. So yeah, so the purple over the red, not necessarily the red over the purple. I learned that I liked, you know, I just preferred the purple over the red, not vice versa. I liked the effect that it gave more so than red over purple. So just blending. I didn't blend these guys at all over here, so, but I'll show you the difference here in a second. It's pretty freaking cool, dude. So any questions, you guys? Oh, I just used those colors on a small terracotta pot. Awesome. Thank you, Monique, for sharing that. I'm glad that people are trying new things, you know what I mean? And, or maybe it's not new to you, Monique, but just going beyond paint. And this looks really dark to me for some reason, and I don't know why. Sorry. I touched it and it didn't turn to gold, darn it, but it went a little bit darker. So yeah, I like to blend these waxes like using stencils and stuff like that. The Redesign stick and stencil? Oh heck, what's the name of it? Stick and style. And blend my metallics. And on that dresser that I'm going to show you here shortly, I use this technique as well, you know, with the purples and reds and blending them underneath, or, you know, using the stick and style stencil. And so then there's like a real seamless transition of waxes, or colors rather, because people don't necessarily need to know that they're waxes, but it's a nice transition rather than I'm red and I'm purple, I'm red here and I'm, you know. But yeah, this piece is super fun. Oh, I missed the red there. I'm gonna have to go back. So just, you know, I'm starting at where the purple is, and then just bringing my brush towards the red. So that I don't have a hard line of purple in the red and back. I'm doing it from the purple, spreading it to the red. And this purple is, what is it, electric purple? Electric violet. Okay, and then get some red. And I didn't wipe my brush off, I just dipped it in the red wax, and I'm spreading it now. So it's beautiful here today, and I'm in Denver, Colorado, and it's hard to believe that we had snow. Just, what, on the 8th I think we had snow? It was crazy. It was 90, it was close to 100 degrees one day, and then 33 the next with snow. It was, oh, it was so crazy, so bipolar. You can hear Huey inside. He's saying, "Let me out." Alright, so this is blending really nicely into the red. I've got purple on my brush again, and I'm pulling it into the red. Just softening any hard lines that might be present. And I may even go over these reds here with purple. I'm not quite sure yet. Or maybe I'll go over all of the red with purple. I don't know yet. Just to kind of tone down the red, because I feel like the red is a very powerful color, red and oranges and stuff like that. And so for a bedroom, well, you might want to be powerful in your bedroom, totally fine, but might be, you know, a little bit of a softer edge. You know, here, let's just do this right quick, just to soften it a little bit. I don't have a lot of purple on my brush right now, just have a little bit, and so obviously you can see the red poking through. And you want to do this if if you're doing large areas. You might want like the base color, like the red on here, for instance, to be completely dry before you start going over top of it with another color, because it can wipe back and then you'll have black underneath. So like the purple will wipe back the red if it's not dry. So in this, like these areas, because I was just fanning it in slightly, it didn't do that. But for, you know, really going over and wanting to tone down, you'll want the base color wax to be completely dry. So yeah, that looks really pretty. It is softer, and it gives like a I did it again, a coppery look. So, all right, let me just finish this guy, and then I'll bring you inside and show you that dresser that I was telling you about. So yeah, so that's much softer. I hope you can see that. I'm gonna put my lids on, and it's the light. There we go. Okay. So the sun is starting to come through, and it's hard to get a really good. Hang on. Come on. All right, well, we're going in close then. There we go. Okay. So I put the purple over the red here, and I'll show you the same over here that doesn't have any purple. See? So see how red, like it's very red compared to this guy. Okay? So much softer. Kind of a coppery look, okay, compared to the hard red. So let's go inside and I'll show you that dresser. We're going on a field trip. Hi Bella. Hi Huey. You're like, Mom, this is Huey. Hi Huey. And this is little Bella. All right, let's go look at this piece. So, see, hi Bella. So I used stencils on top, and I used the waxes, and a little bit. a little bit dusty. Bella, stop. Hi. Hi. They're so excited. So you can see where the red is on top. Dogs, stop. So the red is on top, and then I blended the purple into the red to to tone it down some. And there you go. And I don't know why it looks so, I think it's because it's low light, and there we are. I used some blue wax as well. Yeah, so, and I used some wax on the hardware. Bella. See? And see how I was telling you about blending the waxes in under, like, while using the stencils. Goodness, you would think that I, you know, neglect them or, you know, never give them any attention by the way that they're acting. So that is my wax session of today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments or go over to my Facebook page. I put it in the description up top, and you can private message me if you don't want to leave like a public comment or whatever, and I'm happy to answer any questions. All right, you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Bye. Thank you, Monique.